Welcome back to Endless Vision TV. This is your host, and today is my recap on the Premier League round 11. And what a weekend it was! It did not disappoint. Goals galore. Where do we start? Oh yeah, let's start at the Etihad, where the champions Liverpool rocked up to play Manchester City. Pep's 1,000th game, and they got battered 3-0. Man City battered Liverpool 3-0. And that's exactly how the game panned out. It wasn't like 3-0, but Liverpool was good. Liverpool were trash. Liverpool were trash. Pep went with a very attacking lineup. Doku, Foden, Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Cherky. He went straight for them and it paid off. Doku, very good game. Dribbling the dodgy Liverpool keeper, took down the player. Penalty in the box. Kind of a harsh penalty, but nonetheless, it was a penalty. And Haaland missed. The goalkeeper made up for it, and the goalkeeper is known for making penalty saves. But Haaland brushed himself off because he's a great striker. Ball comes in from Nuno. Konate gets a slight touch on it, just hits Haaland. He doesn't even direct it there, it just falls in the back of the net. But when you're in that type of form, these stuff, you just put yourself in a position, the goals come. Liverpool had a goal disallowed, corner, brilliant header from Van Dijk. Robson, I think it was hard. Robson was kind of offside, and they're saying he was confusing Donnarumma, but I don't think he was. But that got ruled out. But I think Liverpool has dropped from that. Gonzalez at the end of the half took a little shot, deflection went in, and that just sums up Liverpool's luck. Two sloppy goals, and it was 2-0. And the fans around the world, the fans in the stadium, the Liverpool owners, the Liverpool managers, the Liverpool players, they all knew they lost the game. They were not coming back against this Man City side. 2-0 down. Came out in the second half, same patterns of play. Konate playing rubbish, Van Dijk playing rubbish. It was just poor. It was a poor performance. They were trying to chase down City, but they wasn't getting nowhere. And Doku got what he deserved. Brilliant curling shot, edge of the box, and that was 3-0. So where does that leave everyone? I think Liverpool are in 8th place, behind a lot of people, on the same points of a lot of people, but goal difference got to take a battering. And Man City is now 4 points behind Arsenal. And let's segue to Arsenal. Arsenal drew 2-2 with Sunderland at the Stadium of Light. They wasn't conceding any goals in the month of October, and they concede two now in the month of November. Sunderland took the lead. Ballard, one of Arsenal's former academy players, come back to haunt them. Beautiful finish. Drops to him in the box from a set piece. Ray and no chance. Second half, Arteta got the players together. Saka, brilliant play, near post, I think with his right foot, good finish. And Trossard scored the goal of the game. What a shot from outside the box. 2-1, and at that point you're thinking, this is what Arsenal have been doing all season, winning games. They conceded one goal. They surely can't concede another goal, but Mr. Blobby himself said, no, not on my watch. Very unorthodox finish. It just fell to him in the sky after some nonsense going on in the box. Gabriel tried to head it out. The goalkeeper's rushing out, and Bobby just puts it in the thing. So that's 2-2. That might put some doubt into the Arsenal fans, the Arsenal players, Arteta. Because if they don't win, it's been 6 years since they won the trophy, his head will be on the chopping block. So I still think Arsenal are the favourites. I think Sunderland are a good team, and Sunderland are in the top four comfortably and deserve. So we're going to see how that pans out. But Arsenal need to start, make sure they don't fall. You know, the Arsenal express is never late. They always have this blip mid-season or some point in the season. They need to make sure they turn it around, they respond quickly. It's only a draw. One's not a loss, but you know what I mean? You got to be careful. Man City, the Blue Sharks, chase you down. But let's keep it towards the top of the table. Chelsea, emphatic 3-0 win against Wolves. Obviously, it's kind of a routine win. Garnacho gets 2 assists. Esteval was starting, but I think he came on. Did he get a goal? Garnacho assist? Maybe he got a goal. I know Neto got a goal, and the right back got a goal. So you can't really look too much into this game because Wolves are bottom of the table. Chelsea are got two teams basically, and I think they'll be happy. I think the manager, he finished 4th last season. This season he's in top 4, so I think they're meeting their targets. They're 6 points behind Arsenal, thinking maybe they can do something against Man City and Arsenal now. We have to wait and see, but credit to Chelsea. They've had some rough, poor results, but overall they seem like they're getting their act together. Wolves, on the other hand, they need a manager in ASAP, or they are playing championship football next season. moving on to one of the biggest shots of the weekend. Villa 4, Bournemouth 0. Like, who would have thought that Bournemouth was flying? I think Semenyo even missed a penalty in this match. And it all started with Bendia, beautiful free kick. It wasn't even in the corner, but it was just a very well hit free kick, goal. And then Onana, big midfield, beautiful shot for about 20-30 yards out. No chance for the keeper. And then I think in the second half, Barkley got a goal from a header, and Marlon got a little tap in towards the end. So big win for Villa. Unai Emery started off not winning no games, and now I think he's up to 5th or 6th in the table. So a big turnaround for Villa. Bournemouth slipped down the table because of the heavy defeat. I think they're in the cluster of teams on 18 points, and they slipped down the table. So they've done well, and they've been at the top, but hopefully this starts starting to have a pattern where they start getting beat. So we'll see if they respond back. Ariol is a good manager, but it was a tough defeat to take. So we'll see. I think there's 2 losses in the last 3 for Bournemouth. The other game from Saturday, as I check out my other review, Tottenham 2, Man United 2, still frustrated, still disappointed. Like, how can we draw 2-2 in our last 2 games? Our defence is shocking. We're scoring the goals, but we're always conceding goals. We conceded 2 goals against Brighton as well. But back to the game, Man United was winning 1-0 for 90 minutes. No, for 80 minutes. So I thought, yeah, can we see out the last 10, 12 minutes of the game? No, we couldn't. By the 92nd minute, Spurs was winning 2-1. And so some joke, I don't know how, just nonsense. And then Dyche bails out Man United last minute of the game of extra time, header 2-2. So I think both teams will feel fairly disappointed because they had a chance to go second, and because of how the other results went this week, and they would have been in the top 4. So it was a really big missed opportunity for both teams. I can't take Man United, honestly. But I'm not even going to frustrate myself and get into them. Tottenham, on the other hand, I think they've been at the top or near the top for the whole start of the season. So they've not had the worst start to the campaign, but their home form is very worrying. So we'll see how both teams respond after the international break. What other team played? Oh yeah, Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche got his first win for Forest against Leeds at the I don't even know what the Leeds Stadium is. I'm a Man United fan. Why would I know anything what the Leeds Stadium is? But do you know what I mean? Leeds actually took the lead. Mecca, I don't know what his name is. Good player for Leeds. I like how Leeds attack, very fluid. He got it on the edge of the box or just inside the box, and beautiful shot across the keeper, no chance. But then Forest responded. They got quality players. Sangara in their midfield got their first goal for Nottingham Forest. Just a little bubble in the box. It fell to him 1-1. And then, to be fair, Omari Hutch, where has he been? I didn't even know he played for Forest, but he's playing on the right wing. Beautiful dribbling, beautiful cross. Gibbs White gets the header in, 2-1, and then Omari Hudson gets the penalty. Anderson puts it away. So Sean Dyche 2-2 against Man United, 3-1 against Leeds. That's a decent start to his tenure. He's still got a lot of work to do because they're still in the bottom 3 because of their poor start to the season. So they need to make sure that they, do you know what I mean, get some consistent results and start looking at the table. Leeds, on the other hand, I think they're steady Eddie. They're causing team problem, but they still as well need to be very careful because a couple of results, you're in the bottom 3. So the table's so tight right now. Apart from Wolves, everyone's kind of on similar points. So crazy. Moving on, Everton, David Moyes beat David Silva's Fulham 2-0. Very sloppy goals. Like, it's ping pong in the box, and Guy just came up with the only one he could put in the back of the net for Everton. 1-0 Everton, and later on in the game, Keane gets another shot in the box, and it's 2-0. So I think Everton are moving well. I think they're just in the bottom half table at the top. So I think their aim is to get into the top half of the table and see if they can do any miracles and get some consistent form. In terms of Fulham having a poor season, I can't lie. It was everyone's bogey team at one point, but this season very, very, what's the word? Very underwhelming. Don't know how they got a point against Man United, but Marco Silva, he's gonna have to pull his finger out and try get some results because, as I said, it's an unforgiving league. What else was there? West Ham. How can I forget? 3-2 Burnley. Callum Wilson gets a good goal, and Nuno, I don't know how to say Nuno. Like, you know what I mean? He was happy. I could see his happy relief when they got that goal. But you know, Burnley, they're stubborn. They get back in the game. It was like a ping pong match. But then Souček, I think Souček was involved in the next two goals. But Somerville had a very good game as well. So Burnley got a goal in the end. But West Ham coming up 3-2 winners, and that was a big result for Nuno. I know the fans have been on him. In terms of Burnley, I said they're doing better than what a lot of people expected. They're fighting. Their home form's decent, so we'll see how Burnley fare. West Ham and Burnley need to pick up points, or they're going to the Championship. And then the last game, which I thought was going to be an amazing game, was Crystal Palace vs Brighton 0-0. And what's his name? Mateta's been scoring goals. Welbeck's been scoring goals. So you would think, you know what, it's just going to be a high scoring game, but it was 0-0. It's right on my doorstep at the Crystal Palace Stadium. There's more going on my ends than what's going on in that match. So disappointing result for Palace because they could have went second as well, and disappointing result for Brighton, who's had a kind of up and down start to the season. So I put the table up now so everyone can see where your team's in the table. If your team did well, they're good on you. If not, then better days hope ahead. After international break is when the real crunch time starts. So as I said, if you're new around here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, all that nice stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.